Hello guys, so how is everyone doing? So now the new artifacts have been made it to the test server with the new all the free changes. So the tank the tank changes, the pet changes, and I believe there was another change as well. I think it was just them two changes have made to the test server, made its way to the test server. So now in terms of this artifact, Jaws shard, where it's gone, is here somewhere. There we go. This has had some changes as well. You can watch my previous video which I have uploaded to see the changes. So now in this video we will be looking at the Fury pet. So we'll be applying the bad karma and giving the pet power to see what it's like without the new artifact. And I've set my combat log passes to 30. Okay, by setting them to 30 so I can see the actual damage, okay, of what it's like. And I'm gonna have the 30-second combat log passes 3 times, so in total of 90 seconds of damage. So let's begin. So the first one I will be looking at is Fury, so we'll be inflicting the power interaction, which is bad karma for sorcery, and then giving power to Fury, see how well it hits.
Leave me alone! Take that! Take that!
So there we have it. That is the actual damage without the actual artifact. As you can see, we get the averages of 16k ish, then it's peaked at 17 here. Okay, so now let's have a look at the actual breakdown of the actual
I'm not afraid of you.
combat log itself. Okay, So I shall pause the video here until I've shown the combat log, the or analyzer website. Okay, so now here we have the actual combat log for Fury. Okay, so now as you can see, the total damage was 731,288, and the time was 150.4 seconds. That's a combat time total, and that's effective DPS. So if we go to the combat breakdown, let's have a look at the individual. So now the most of the damage came from transmutation. Okay, so that is just from the Fury. Then for me, I'm actually hitting the transmutation from my side. Okay, that's separate from the Fury side. The Fury transmutation is pretty good, I must say. So that's doing most of the damage. Then you have the ranged attack, which is doing 40.8, pulse beam, solar flame, and the one that does the least is 2.1. Okay, so let's have a look at the top hits. So the top hits was the Fury doing the transmutation as a thought. Then you have the Arcane Barrage, which comes from buffing up your Fury. So that's from the Fury. Then these were from Earth Force 100. Okay, so none of these are crits. Only crits were my power. Okay, so that's the Fury without the artifact. Now let's go back in game. Okay, and let's see what it's like with the actual artifact. Let's switch back to the game, and it's already unpaused. Yep, that's fine. So now
Justice League will get you.
now let's put on the new artifact, and now the actual logo of the Godwave strength has changed. So I'm going to be doing exactly the same thing. Okay, but I am going to so the only thing different that I'm going to do is do the same exact thing. Add my bad karma. Use buff of my pet with the Godwave strength. So first, so Fury is my only pet out, so it'll only be buffing up this pet. Okay, so let's see what it's like. Let's activate it. Now go. Okay, so there we have it, much larger numbers, as you can see, way higher compared to the damage we were getting before. Okay, so let's have a look how that looks like in the actual combat log. Okay, so now we are back. So now this is very interesting. You can see the total damage is nearly 1 million, and that was for a much shorter time compared to the other time we had before, which was 150 seconds. So as you can see, the damage is greatly increased. So if you go to the combat breakdown, just as before, transplantation is doing most of the damage, which comes from the free pet only. Then you have the range attack and all of these attacks as well. Okay, let's go to the top hits again. Transplantation will be top hits, of course, and then you have the occasional arcane blast. This came from me, so ignore them. There you have it. A massive difference between two sides of Fury with and without the artifact. So that's effective actual defense right there. That's a combat time. Okay, so now the next part of the video will be looking at the Guardian pet, then lastly the Watcher pet. Okay. Hello guys, now we are back. Now we will be looking at the Watcher. So this is without using the new artifact. Let's see what damage it does.
Take that! Ah!
Okay, now there we have it. So now let's have a look at the combat log. Let's upload it and let's see what we are dealing with. Switch scenes once again. Okay, so the actual effective DPS is 6,691. Interesting. The combat breakdown, as you know, it only has ranged attack, but there it is. That's the damage it does. Now let's remove it and let's delete it from the logs. Just the page because it bugs out sometimes. And now let's have a look what damage we get in by using the new artifact. So now that's the God Wave strength right there.
The Justice League will get you.
Okay, so there we have it. That was a Watcher with the GodWave strength.
Take
Let's see the
that.
difference. Oh, okay, I don't switch. I'll move switched over. Let's refresh the page. Sometimes this bugs out. Go to browse. Okay, let's go to the Watcher. So much higher damage than before. 83,000. Effective DP is 8. Let's go to the combat breakdown. Like before, it only has one attack, and the maximum it actually crit to was 3,000, and the minimum was 915. Total of 57 hits. Total damage 83,000. So there you have it. That is all of the sorcery pets tested. Now the next one is going to be SuperCharge video, which will be SuperCharge. As you all guys know, the Grand Summoning SuperCharge for sorcery. See the damage comparison. Hello guys, so now we are back. Now this time we will be testing the Guardian artifact. So let's take off this artifact. So now the Guardian one is like a tank based. It gets aggro of your enemies and taunts them for you. So just as always, feed lots of 30-second passes. Let's begin. Okay, so now we are back. Now here is the Guardian damage. That's without the actual artifact being activated. So damage is pretty decent. Okay, so 291,686 damage. Effective DPS 2000, and the combat time was 46 seconds. Now, melee attack, as you all know, is the hardest hitting power out of this, which was not touched, but the actual range ability was slightly touched in the update of 103. So let's break down the top hits, shall we? So now the top hits are, so now these were crits for some reason, no idea why. But then you have the Arcane sweep. Ignore that, that's from me, okay? Ignore that. Now the Guardian have Arcane sweep, okay? Which is doing, which is this one here, 81.2. Then the melee attack, let's go down and have a look. Okay, that's fine. So the melee attack is doing the most of the damage, as you can see, 8 hits in total. That's the total damage, and then the Arcane Sweep is second. Haymaker is the ranged one, I believe, and primary attack is just around 2000 something. Okay, now let's head back to the test server. So where we switch between scenes. Now let's test this with the actual Godwave artifact. Okay.
Off.
Okay. So there we have it. That is the Guardian pet for sorcery with the Godwave strength activated. Let's have a look at combat log. Okay, 1 second, I'm just uploading. And there we have it. Just very quickly switch scenes so you guys can have a look. There you go. So now that's the total damage of the combat log, 450k in total. Now go to the combat breakdown. See the melee attack is still doing damage. Okay, out of all of these for the Guardian. If you go top hits again, the Guardian. Now the top hits are Arcane Sweep, which didn't crit whenever the God Wave move was hit. Okay, they have Haymaker coming second. Primary attack. Arcane Sweep again. When the Arcane Sweep does crit, it does a lot of damage. Okay. So there you have it. That's all of the sorcery pets tested and with the combat logs. Now I will do a video at the now I will do a video showing all the stuff side by side. Okay guys, now we are back. So now we will be looking at the Sorcery Supercharge, which is Grand Summoning. See how much damage it does without using the God Wave Strength. So we'll be hitting my offering with my power interaction to make sure the pets hit hard as possible with the pet changes, just to see what it kind of damage it does without the new artifact. So there we go. That was a total damage of 375,505. Okay. So that was with the normal Fury out, then with the Supercharge out as well at the same time. And then I was spamming my offering. Just my transmutation. So let's have a look how that looks like in actual combat. And then we can see which pets actually got buffed, which didn't. So, um, so as you can see, the Fury did damage. Let's go to the so the effective damage on this one was about 5,608. Guardian came second with 1,000. The Grand Watcher was 1,107. Okay, so let's go to the combat breakdown for few. As as always, transmutation does the highest. Go to the Guardian, second damage. Now it's Arcane Sweep, it's doing the damage here. Then the Grand Watcher, its Soul Siphon is doing the most damage here. So let's go to the combat summary total. So if you add all of this up, like I said, the actual test window, the server, total damage was 75,505. Just that small extra bit added to that. So let's calculate it very quickly. So let's go to 75505, add 8. So that is a total damage of 402,085. Now let me build up some supercharge, and then we will now test it with the God Wave with the God Wave hit as well. Okay, and see what
Leave me alone.
damage we are actually looking at. Let me pause the video and we shall be back. Okay, so now we are back, and now I have a full supercharge once more. Now I will be using the God Wave Strength to see what damage we can actually pull off. So what I'm gonna do first is hit my supercharge, God Wave. Okay, there we have it. Total damage of 726,180. As you saw there, I got very lucky with the actual God Wave cooldown. It instantly came off cooldown, not once, not twice, but nearly 3 times in a row. So I got very lucky right there, okay? Let's have a look how that looks like in the combat log. So we move old one here, and let's switch the page. So now, as you can see, the total damage was much higher, as for the Fury is doing the most highest with a total of 478,000. Then the Guardian follows behind with the Guardian Grand Watcher third place. So as you can see, the total damage is much higher compared without the actual pet artifact. Okay, and that's effective DPS for Fury, Guardian, and Grand Watcher. I won't go into the combat breakdown because we know um, transmutation for Fury is going to be the highest. Guardian is going to be Arcane Sweep and so on. And Grand Watcher is going to be Source Open. But the total damage there is 726,180. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this video was useful for some of you guys in terms of sorcery. Now the next video will be on the earth pets, where we're looking
Back
at the
off.
brick and the crystal. So now this is a summary of all of the screenshots I saved. So now this is the Fury with the new artifact. So the total damage is 923,000. Okay. Then this is without the new artifact. The total damage is 781,000. Now this is the Guardian with the new pet artifact. See the total damage right there. Then this is Guardian pet without the pet artifact being used. You can see the difference right there. It's nearly double. Then this is a Watcher without the new pet artifact. So around 56k. That is the Watcher with the new pet artifact, which is at 80. The Watcher is doing pretty nice damage right there. And then this is a grand summoning supercharge without the new pet artifact. So like before in the combat log, you can add all these numbers by yourself. So that's round and 70k damage in total. That's excluding Force 100. So the only three we're looking at is Fury, Guardian, and Grand Watcher. And then this is with artifact, the grand summoning supercharge. Now we have, yeah, that's around 700k damage right there. Okay, so that's just a summary of all the graphs. You can pause it wherever you want in the video and quickly take note of the numbers and see the difference. But that's all for the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The next video will be looking at earth pets, which will be looking at the brick and the crystal.